All right, all right. Happy Wednesday, everybody. How we doing? Happy Wednesday. Hopefully we can get this box of Mosaic moving today. Getting we had a little momentum yesterday. I was trying to do it as a chat fill. Today we're gonna try to do this mosaic as I'm gonna try to just do it through the website. Get the checklist going. I was just working on the checklist as I was sitting here. Hope everybody's having a good Wednesday. It's a rainy day here in Western New York. It's definitely still warmer, but it's soggy outside. We got a little. We're going to we got good weather here. It's been like 70 and almost 80 degrees here in November. If this is a preliminary moment of global warming, bring it on, because summer in November is fantastic. I was wearing my shorts yesterday. Well, I'm going to give this a couple minutes. Maybe some people will show up. Maybe they won't. We'll see. Hopefully we can get this going. I broke up the football break like requested. So we'll see if breaking up the football break gets it to move. I'm going to probably break up probably all the breaks. I'm going to try to get them as cheap as possible on the website. I'm trying to see if I want to be able to do more breaks than just sitting around waiting for them to fill. So just put a couple tweets out. We're here. We're live. Hey, there's J Unit. Happy Wednesday. How are you, J Unit? There's Dustin Fisher in chat. Fisher for Cards and J Unit. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you swinging by the lunchroom. Awesome. Thank you, Clyde. I appreciate that. Or Holly, one or the other, Clyde or Holly. It's now on the website, so if you could swing over to the website and grab a spot, I'll put the link in the chat. It's yesterday I was trying to do a chat filler. We're going to do this as just right from the website. I'm going to take the orders from the website. First come, first serve. So as the orders come in, go ahead and buy it from the website if you could. It takes PayPal, so you can use your PayPal. It'd be better. That way I can just control the inventory. It's easier for inventory purposes. What has happened in the past is if it didn't happen yesterday, but in the past I've had like all at once 10 people will be in the chat room and everybody will want a spot, and I only have like 5 spots. So it's good. It'll be first come, first serve. If you grab it from the website, I'll put you on the checklist. I'll get the checklist up right now, but I'll if you're gonna grab one spot, Clyde, I'll throw you on right now. Hope everybody has a good day where they are. The weather's been, like I said, the weather's been absolutely phenomenal here in Rochester, New York. I'll be trying to do this for the rest of the weekend. I'll probably be on Friday for quite a bit. I'll be on tomorrow at noon again, trying to get stuff going here. We'll chip away at some of these breaks. We'll get something going. All right, Clyde, Holly, I got your order. Thank you. I got you on the list. You are in on the list. Let's get some monsters out of this. This Panini Mosaic is a great product, guys. Love it. Such a great looking card that comes out. And then, the football rookies are big this year. Joe Burrow is a monster card to get. Along with Tua. Tua's not looking too shabby there down in the fish world. It's been cold as hell there, huh? Are you getting snow still, Dustin? I think you were showing pictures of snow. All right, let's get the 32. Here is the checklist for this break. So we got 8 spots sold. That's going to leave us with 24 to go. 24 to go on this. When you went fishing, it snowed. Yikes. Yeah, I don't want it yet. I know it's inevitable. Living where I do in the United States, I am very susceptible to the lake effect snow. They call it lake effect snow, is what the weatherman calls it. The local Rochesterians, the Western New Yorkers, call it fake snow because we get a lot of it. And if it is lake effect snow, it's usually really pillowy and fluffy. And it takes no effort to shovel. You can get rid of it with a leaf blower. J Unit. It's been high 60s, low 70s for about a week now. Yeah. Yeah, it has been that way. Oh, there goes my alarm system. I'm gonna go check that out because I'm expecting a package. Hold on 1 second. I will be right back. We'll let this go. Grab if you guys are hopping in here. Grab a spot from the website on the mosaic. We're gonna try to push this football box. We'll see if we can get it to go. 1 second. All right. It was the UPS guy. Did not get the package I was looking for. Other people got packages in the house that didn't include me. There is no post office today, so I wanna reach out and say Happy Veterans Day to all the vets out there. I don't know if we have any in chat. Thank you for your service. I've said this in the past, and I'll say it again. People need to realize how valuable our freedom is here in the United States, and the only way we have our freedom is due to our veterans. Everybody wants peace and love, happiness out there. You know, peace and love. That we don't want violence, but at the same time, we put up the USA has the strongest military in the world, and that's what preserves our freedom and our liberties. So you have to be aware of what our servicemen do out there. I've said in the past it's really I feel there should be and I was hoping Trump was going to do this. He didn't really go through it. There definitely needs to be a veteran reform. Anybody that does time in the military should be a rock star. They should not. We should not be idolizing these Hollywood movie stars. We should be idolizing our people who preserve our country. It's just the way it is. Unfortunate the way things go, but it's it's not fair. The if you serve time if you put in time with the service in the armed forces, there should be you should come back to a freaking ticker tacker parade every time. Yeah, yeah, it really is. I have the utmost respect for anybody who did time and is doing time. You know, veterans, anybody that does puts that service in for our country deserves a hell of a lot more than what they get. I know there is a lot of good benefits that come out, and I know there's GI Bill, and I know there's there's arrangements that are set up. They do get something, but I think there should be more. I've said too, like if a veteran pulls up to a drive-through at McDonald's, they should just automatically go to the front of the line. Yeah, I don't know all the details. I know it's not great. I've had a neighbor for a while that was in the military, and he moved away though. He's not around anymore, but and he was explaining some of the stuff he gets, which wasn't bad. He used to go to the VA that he used to go to the what do they call it? Like the clinic he would go to was like 2 hours away, and it was the only one that was available here in New York. And I just couldn't believe that he had to drive 2 hours to go to a clinic. Oh wow! So you're well aware, huh, J Unit? That's pretty good. Well, thank you, your family, putting the time in the service to keep our country safe. It really is. It is the truth, and people may tell you different, but it's we are the biggest and strongest nation in the world, and our military is without a doubt the strongest and most advanced military in the world. And don't ever listen to the headline saying our military is oppressive. It's it's preserving our right to do what we do. And if we didn't do what we do with our military, we'd all be marching to some Nazi flags. Really would, or we'd be under Japanese control, under a communist regime, something like that. So it's a real thing. We won World War II. The U.S. won World War II with our brute force, without a doubt, and our sheer determination. Togus is the one up here. Togus is the one up here. There's one here in Bath, New York, a VA, and it's like an hour and a half from here, and it just blows my mind. That's the only place available for the veterans to go. So I salute me as a citizen salute. Thank you, veterans. Thank you, every all active personnel. You know what, they like I said, they deserve all the accolades we can give them. Oh, a VA hospital is called Togus here in Maine. Okay, I got you. I guess what's VA, Veterans Association? All right, well, back to what we got here. $25 a spot. We've already sold 8 spots. Let's get this, guys. Let's get some cardboard up into the lunchroom. It's been a while. I took a week off, had things going on here and there, and we are back at it. We were trying to chat fill this yesterday. Today I'm going to go through the website. So we'll thanks everybody who's already bought into it. Let's get this going. Let's get some cardboard today. I'm gonna try tweeting again, or maybe an email. Try to get our traffic up here. There's not many people here right now. I show 3 people. Thank you, all 3 of you. I'm gonna give this like yesterday. I'm gonna give it to 130. Hey, there's Triple V. Hello, Triple V. Speaking of veterans and our armed forces, one of the top customers in the lunchroom, and a current member of the armed forces, Triple V, all the way from Italy. Happy Veterans Day. That's what we were just saying. I don't know if you heard me on my rant, Triple V, Victor. I was saying how I went back and forth about how we should have more reform here in the U.S. for people who served and people who are serving. Hope you're doing well today. I hope they do something special for you on the base over there in Italy. Maybe they're going to bring you Italian cookies. You get a nice bottle of Italian wine. I don't say Italian very well. Yeah, we're working towards this box of football mosaic, Triple V. I don't know if you're a football card fan. I think you've bought into football breaks before, but this is one of the hot products that's out there. The Joe Burrow, I think, is one of the most desired cards. Just a day off. That's all you get. Is just a day off. well, enjoy your day off. I hope you're having a hope. Well, you're 6 or 5 hours ahead, so you're at from my time. I'm Eastern Standard, so you're at 17:13. So you must be around 5 or 6 p.m. in the Italian sunrise. Well, that's good. To refresh them batteries, get those things on recharge, and then you can go back to working on getting the birdies in the sky. I was thinking of you the other day. I was watching some videos on YouTube, and they were showing airdrops of C-130s dropping their cargo, and it's a pretty amazing thing. I thought it was not hilarious. It was just mesmerizing watching doing the airdrops out of the back of airplanes. Like they had the Hummers strapped down to, I don't know what they call them. We used to call them slave pallets. I don't know what the terminology is, but they got them down on the racking, strapped down, and I assume a parachute attached to it. We used to have the when we used to fill the 727s here at the airport, the cargo planes. You had the pans, and then you had the ULDs. We called them the ULDs. And we used to strap down. It looks like the Hummers were sitting on the pans, and then like they did an airdrop. And I assume the rollers, they probably have hydraulic rollers in the back of the C-130. And then all at once, these things go wing, wing, wing out the back. And it's just amazing that much heavy equipment just flung out the back of a plane for an airdrop. And I was thinking, that takes a lot of trust in our people. You make sure you get that right, or something's gonna go wrong. I was thinking, well, I'm sure Victor knows about that stuff. Let's see, inside. Let's see if I can find that video. C-130 airdrop. You've been in a few C-130s in your day? They're pretty much the most versatile aircraft. I think they do so much with it. Yeah, I'll show. This is what I was talking about. This is inside the back of the cargo bay. C-130. Well, this is the cockpit, obviously. I don't have to tell Victor anything he has to see, but this is the backside. There's all this stuff strapped down on these pans. And then all at once, out the back of the plane. That's just amazing. That amount of steel to just hurl out the back of a flying airplane. The void. What's the name of the guy that sits there? I worked with a guy over here at the airport that did that. He was what do they call it? The load master? Is that what they call the guy that handles the cargo on the C-130s? A load master? Because there's a lot of balancing that goes on with airplanes. You can't overload the tail. You gotta have the weight distribution. Load master, yeah, that's a load master. And yeah, when I worked at the airport over here doing air cargo, I worked with a former loadmaster, and he had all kinds of fun stories. He used to sit on the he'd put a tether on, and he'd sit on the tail of the C-130, and the pilots would be doing their training. He'd just be sitting there. He said he'd sit on the back and just watch the view, like a tailgate of a pickup truck. And I'm like, that's pretty amazing. That's gotta have, make you respect your life if you're sitting on the back of an airplane like a tailgate. Well, no hydraulics is just rollers. We had the trucks we used to load with the ULDs here. Anyways, we used to load the ULDs. Let's see. Airplane ULDs. So this is what we used to do here where I used to work with airplanes. This is exactly what we would do. We called these pans, but there's basically a topless ULD. And this is how we used to load our cargo onto the planes. In case it rains, you bundle it up in a garbage bag. And then it would be on rollers. There we go. Yeah, that's exactly how we used to do it. In case it had to sit out in the weather, then you put the cargo straps down. And I think there was like, and then you kind of like sewed it up on the sides. You'd have to have, I think, 4 on one side and 3 on the front. 4 on the long side, 3 on the. And then we used to, because once you weren't messing with the airplanes, you had to put them on trucks, and our trucks all had rollers in the back of the pickup, the semis.
Thereby against the cylindrical
and they weren't on hydraulics though; they were pretty much
in the hold. Efforts to reduce the
they
weight.
Were all airbags that used to run the rollers. ULDs on semi trucks. I'm not gonna be able to find it. Anyways, that was my past experience with the airplanes. Anyways, cargo. I spent a good 10 years over there messing around with cargo on airplanes. It's a big thing. The airplanes. I know actually they say that they've cut down the lift we have here in Rochester due to COVID. So I hope you enjoyed your day off, Victor. We're going to try to get this one going. Hey, it's Junior Lunch. Junior Lunch showing up. Want to say hi to everybody?
Hi, everyone.
What do you got going on? What's going on with Junior Lunch?
I'm playing upstairs.
You're playing with your sisters upstairs? No school today.
Yeah. Veterans Day.
Veterans Day. Salute to our veterans, right?
Yeah, salute to our veterans. Yeah.
So my son appreciates Veterans Day. No schoolwork. No remote learning today. Yeah, it's on the website, Victor. I'll put a link in the chat. I'm gonna sell this off the website. I did. It was from a football break. I had this mixed in with some other products. I broke it up, trying to bring it a little to bring the price point down to make it a little more obtainable because the football wasn't going. So I'm trying to. People are interested in just the mosaic. I did put the other products up, and I just split it up. So we got a chance at getting at everything at it now. All right, thanks, Triple V. Appreciate that. It's kind of quiet right now in the lunchroom. We'll see if it picks up here in a little bit. We're getting a couple more people in chat, so see if we get it going. I'm going to give this until 1:30 my time, so I'm going to give it another good hour, maybe an hour 15. If it doesn't go, we'll try it again tomorrow. What's the big football games this weekend, Junior? You got any big games?
Yeah, one is Texans Browns.
Texas Browns is going to be a big one?
Texans Browns.
Oh, Texans Browns.
Yeah.
Christmas stuff is already up here. Yes, Christmas is just around the corner. Ho, ho, ho.
I'm going to be a teacher in rock school.
You want Dylan to play with you?
Yeah, he wasn't. He told me, he told us he needed a water break.
Oh, you're going to get a water break? Okay. Give him a second and he'll be back up, okay, dear? Yeah, I can't believe it. It's almost halfway through the month of November. We'll be celebrating Turkey Day here shortly. And then the next thing you know, it'll be Deck the Halls, fa la la. We'll be frolicking through a winter wonderland. I'll have to find my Christmas tree. I had a nice Christmas tree I put up on the lunch break pad last year. We'll see if we can get that back out here. We got there's a whole bunch of other stuff on the website. I put another boombox break. I'm still subscribed to the boombox. It wasn't that bad of a break last time. I know we're a little frustrated with some of the cards, but I think we did all right for a $10 price point. That'll be a multi-sport. I'll do it just the same as I did last time. For $10, you get a chance at getting at a pretty good card. We did get an auto. All right, tweet me a picture of what I'm looking at. Hey, Junior, can you go get my phone? All right, I'll open my Twitters up. I'll be looking for. You retweeted it for me? All right, thank you. Thank you very much, J Unit. Appreciate that. My phone is charging upstairs. I'm going to bring it down here. Thanks, buddy. So everybody was talking yesterday. Everybody was talking yesterday about the most amazing golf shot in the world. The hole-in-one. Everybody at work was, I believe it was at the Masters. So it was John Ram skips to a hole-in-one at the Masters yesterday. And I thought this was an older video, but it wasn't. It was actually, I think it happened yesterday. Everybody's talking about it. I'm going to show it here. This is one of the most, if you want to be bedazzled and amazed by a golf shot, let's watch this. All right, here we go. Coming across the grass. Skipped it across the water. All right, he's on the green. That's actually really impressive to get on the green in one hit. I barely do that. And here comes the ball. Just going right for the cup, all in one shot. Boom. John Ram on Tuesday, a hole-in-one. Unbelievable shot. Did you see that one, Jay Unit? Is that the first time seeing it? Everybody was talking about it at work last night. What a hole-in-one. So I guess, I don't know much about golf. I guess he healed it. He didn't hit it right, obviously. There, we'll show it again. Boom. Yeah, he did what I normally do. Is I hit it with, they call it, sculling it. I think they call it a skull. You hit the ball at the bottom of the club. Oh, he topped the ball. Is that what they call it? Topped it? And that son of a gun come right around and right into the hole. How good is that, huh? How lucky is that, I guess? I don't know if that's good because that's one happy dude. Especially if you're doing golf for a living. That's got to be one shot. One heck of a shot. You rarely go shopping, but this place is huge, huh? Let's see if I see what you got here. Okay, here we go.
Work today means being far apart while still working shoulder to shoulder.
Holy moly. So this is where Triple V is right now. Triple V just tweeted this to me. He's at the, how do you say that in Italian? Nave de Vero. So what do we got? Media World, Coop, Zera, Cisaltra, Piazza, Pazza Italia. Wow. Look at you go, Triple V. Wow, this looks pretty amazing. Well, if you don't find what you need inside this mall, Victor, I don't think you need it. And on the reverse side, I bet once you go into this mall, you're going to see stuff you didn't know you needed. This place is huge. Wow. And does it get dark over there in Italy at 6 p.m. like it does here? I know it. The sun goes down at 5:45 here in Western New York. Wow, what a place. Well, good luck. I hope you get everything you need in there. I don't know if they'll sell it. They sell cardboard in Italy? We're going to keep today. We're going to stay out of the politics today. Yesterday I went heavy into the politics, talking about the presidential race. We're going to keep free of that. We're going to talk about how great our veterans are. And we're going to try to get this Mosaic football off the ground. I got my picks still here. I was showing them off yesterday. I messed up on the National League Rookie of the Year, but I did get the American League Rookie of the Year. I think I'm no golfer. Ask Jason. I figure heavy bottom of ball they call a flop. So Majan, the more top of the ball, less height you get. Yeah, I think you're right, J Unit. I mean, I golf. I do golf. I've had two neighbors that are heavy golfers. One of them used to be in a golf league. and the other one just does it as much as he possibly can. So I've been pulled out onto the course of multiple times against my will sometimes, and I am one of the worst golfers there is. But I'll get out there and I'll do some swinging. I've got some decent clubs. I got some tailor-made clubs I picked up. Looks like we may have just gotten an order in from Steve Wood. Oh, is there anything you or the fam can eat, by the way? Gluten or whatnot? Got everyone boxes almost ready. Wow, Triple V, you don't have to do that, but I'd be happy you do. Nope, there's no allergens in the house. The only allergen my boy has is black walnuts, which I don't think they put black walnuts inside any kind of edible. He can have regular walnuts, but the black walnuts are a big no-no. That's the only kind of allergen there is. Gluten, we are big fans of the gluten here. We take spoonfuls of gluten when we eat our dinner at night. Like we say, pass the gluten here. Peanuts, yes, we just sprinkle peanuts all over everything. We are a heavy peanut family, so no, Triple V, there's nothing you have to be concerned about. If as far as food goes, I myself am what they call big boned, and to support my bone structure, I try to eat 3 times, if not 4 times a day. So there isn't much food I'd say no to. I gotta say, thanks Triple V. Like I said, you don't have to do that, but I'm happy you are. Appreciate that. I think Steve Wood just came through with a couple orders. Thanks, Steve. Hope all is good where you are. I think you are. Where are you? You're down in Delaware, right? Smyrna, Delaware. Thanks for grabbing 2 spots, Steve. Good luck, good luck, good luck. It was nice to see you on Instagram. You sent me a picture of the redemption you got on Instagram. I don't rock my Instagram as much as I should. I'm not trying to learn it. I have it, and I got to admit, I don't pay much attention to it. But every once in a while, I get these messages, like someone's trying to send me a message. And the other day, Steve Wood did. And he showed me a redemption he got. Let me try to find it here. It was one of the... Yeah, here. He said he won this card back in February. He won a redemption back in February. And I can't pull the photo up anymore. Interesting. So this is from Steve. Thanks, Steve. I appreciate the message. And for whatever reason, the photo isn't available anymore. Maybe you have it posted. But he sent me a message of a card that he won it. He sent it in on March 5th and just got it in October. So that's how long redemptions take. He put in a redemption in March and got it in October. So you're looking at a good 6-month turnaround on a redemption.
Or having lunch, can you please? I'm hungry.
Are you guys having lunch? What are you having for lunch?
I'm having pasta.
Pasta?
Yeah,
oh, cool. Anyone collect Roberts? I don't collect Robert myself. They take long. I'm waiting on several from April of last year. Oh my. That's a heck of a time to wait. Anyways, we've got 10 down, 22 to go on the Mosaic football. We're getting a little closer. We're creeping towards it. We may get to the break time. A couple more people showing up in chat. I actually have, this is bad of me. I have my redemption sitting here, but I got a theory on redemptions, which I know is not right. I'll tell you guys again. Here's a pile of my redemptions that I have not redeemed yet, that are not ready to go. I sorted them out. I got a Susu to go from Dunruss that expires in 21. I got a Hunter Bishop. When does that expire? Oh, Oh, wait a minute. No, that isn't. That's actually yours. That's not mine. That's actually yours, Triple V. This is the one I believe I reclaimed that for you. I got a Glaber Torres that expires in 2001. I haven't redeemed yet. 2021. I got a Tukey Toussaint that isn't redeemed. I got a Tatis Jr. high-tech auto that has not been redeemed yet. And then I got this Drew Lock that has not been redeemed yet. I got till 2021. So here's a theory I have on redemptions. And I'm probably really wrong on this. In fact, I think I know I am. But the thought is, if you redeem something as soon as you get it, right after a product releases, they have a stockpile of the autos in their shop they're willing to send out. Okay? Let's say they made 150 of the redemptions. All right, so they have a stockpile of 150. So the first 150 redemptions come in, that stockpile is gone. So the thought is, man, this doesn't make any sense. The thought is, if I hold on to this, they'll give those redemptions out. Maybe they'll oversell. And if I wait longer, they'll still have to respect the redemption and give me something else against it. Maybe something a little more valuable. Hey, there it is. There's OMG. It's a horrible idea, but it's a thought that I have in my mind. The longer you wait to redeem something, I feel like you get a chance of getting something more rare, is what basically I'm getting at. I could be wrong. I'm sure I am. Because I know some people don't even get the card they want. So that's my thought. That's why I'm holding on to these. I may just break down and put them all in. You have 10 pending from Panini from March. They don't answer calls or emails. Oh, my. Oh, my. Good gracious. Good gracious. So I hope all is good with you, OMG. Are you getting the rain that we're getting here in Western New York? You're on the Eastern New York front, OMG. Over here on the Western front, we are getting a lot of rain. Not a lot of rain, but it's enough to be wet. And it's 70 degrees, which is fantastic. I love summer in November. Starting to drizzle there. Ah, gotcha. Dustin says he's got snow heading out from Colorado to us, so we'll be happy to see the snow here in Western New York. My kids have some cross country skis. One of my neighbors gave us. We're gonna trying out the skis, and I have found a new place to go sled riding. I've friended somebody with a nice hill. So once the snow hits here, and my kids are getting older. We're going to be some snow riding champions. All right, just got an order over. It's a blistering 39 degrees. Yikes. Triple V, got your spots. Thank you so much. Appreciate everything. And like I said, happy Veterans Day today. Thank you for your service. Almost time to put the shorts back on. Shorts weather. Well, we are getting closer. 2 more down, pecked away. We got 12 down, only 20 to go. 20 spots left in the box of Mosaic. Hey, there's Carter. Carter. The Sandman has entered the room. Enter Sandman. If I could play some copyrighted music, I'd do a little do. But we won't do that. I've made a new life for the lunch crew, the lunch man. The lunch man is now copyright free. I don't fight with copyright issues anymore with YouTube. I finally gave up that ghost. So I don't play any copyrighted music, which I would love to. I have been into a canned heat. I have the fever right now. I've been listening to the snot out of Canned Heat. I don't know if anybody knows that band, Canned Heat. Their biggest song was pretty big. They played at Woodstock in '69. Most of the members are passed away due to drug issues. So they were the quintessential '60s band. They have the big song "Going Up to the Country," which was their biggest hit. Although, if you look into their repertoire, "Going Up to the Country" is probably one of their weakest songs. They are a heavy rock and roll blues band, and they indirectly influenced the Doors. Canned Heat. So I've been into Canned Heat funk for the last week. I picked up a record of Canned Heat live at Topanga Corral for my record player, and I've been listening. Me and my neighbor have just fallen into a Canned Heat stupor. Sounds like a company that makes spam. Yeah. If you've never heard of them, and if you like the rock and roll blues, you check out the Canned Heat albums, man. I'll tell you, man, it is pretty amazing. The '60s put out the best music in the world, best genre ever for the music. People were rock and rolling like no tomorrow. There wasn't a whole lot of bubble gum. Well, there was bubble gum back then. I can't say that. There was a lot of crap music. OMG, just coming in hot. OMG, he says, sounds like a company that makes okay. I grind my coffee. I'm a coffee aficionado. I have a Nespresso and a fancy dance single cup brew. A fancy dance single cup brew. You'll see it in Saturdays. You're a coffee guy, huh? I dabbled in French presses for a while and high-end coffees and stuff. I'll tell you, I have settled down on one coffee that I really enjoy, and it's so gimmicky, I guess. Not really gimmicky, but I think it's really good. I really, really enjoy the Starbucks Blonde Roast. That's the beans I got upstairs. That's the stuff I like to brew, and I like drip coffee. I like the good old-fashioned American drip coffee. If I'm not doing Starbucks Blonde, which is kind of expensive and it's probably highly commercial, but I really like it. It's got a smooth flavor. I like chock full of nuts. I'm a big fan of chock full of nuts. I don't know if you guys ever heard of chock full of nuts where you're from. Chock full of nuts was a staple. My dad used to drink it. Maybe that's why I've got such a flavor for it. It used to be cheap. It ain't cheap no more. Some Blind Faith. Oh, I love Blind Faith. Love Eric Clapton. Are you listening to the Clapton Blind Faith or post Clapton Blind Faith? Oh, congrats. Oh man. If you like Blind Faith, you should check out Derek and the Dominoes. Derek and the Dominoes. I'm a huge Clapton fan. Chock full of nuts. Yeah, I think that's New York. I don't know if that's you guys ever heard of. Yeah, Derek and the Dominoes. I've deemed Derek and Dominoes, Layla and what do they call it? Layla and other songs. I think that's one of the best albums ever produced. They've got so Clapton's on there. Dwayne Allman sits in on the sessions on there. You're a Steve Winwood fan? Oh, ooh, you like Traffic then, huh? The last concert I saw, OMG, the very last concert I saw was back in March. I remember I was telling people I went and saw Dave Mason. Dave Mason is one of the original founders of Traffic. I saw Dave Mason live, and he said while I saw him live, he goes, "Well, I'm gonna play some Traffic songs, and then I'm gonna play Traffic AD." And he goes, Traffic AD. So obviously everybody's like, well, after death. And he goes, no, it's not after death. He goes, it's Traffic after Dave. And, Steve Winwood was amazing. I love Steve Winwood. He got really big on his solo album there in the 80s, 90s, Higher Love. Man, Blind Faith is great. But I'll tell you right now, check out Canned Heat. I'll show you the album I got live at Topanga Corral. I'm going to recommend this to OMG. Thank you, OMG. I just got your order. Thank you so much, man. I'll punch you in here. I'm not going to play too much of it, but I'll link it here in chat. Check this album out, man. If you like 60s rock and roll, I believe this was recorded in 65. This is the album I picked up at the record shop for $3. Play a little bit. Have you ever woke up with the bullfrogs on your mind? Let's get some Mosaic Fire. Let me put you in here. 5 spots, OMG. You're the man. Thank you so much. There we go. We are twiddling this away. Thank you so much. So now this has 15 left to go, and we break. 15 to go. Oh, we did not. I got them bullfrog blues, but I just can't be satisfied. I got them bullfrog blues, but I just can't be satisfied. You know I believe I'm gonna take that first rate train and ride. Wow. Yeah, if you listen to that Canned Heat album, you hear a lot of that lead singer. They called him the Bear. But he sounds just like Jim Morrison sometimes. He's got like a Jim Morrison vibe to him. And if you like the Doors, it's kind of So 15 to go. 15 to go. Thank you, OMG, for picking up 5 spots. There's actually controversy over this Topanga Corral. I was reading into it. Back in the 60s, it was kind of common for record companies to release live albums and do it against the band's will. And this was actually not, it was at a ballroom. It was actually recorded. They put it at Topanga Corral to get around some contract issues because they couldn't release the recording because they were under contract at the time. And all those things you hear about the big records back in the 60s and 70s was true. The record companies were kind of they were a needed evil. They had the right. They could get the music out to the people, but they were strict and they wanted all the royalties. They wanted the money. Oh yeah, dude! 10 years after? Are you kidding me? Elvin Lee, OMG, Elvin Lee, probably one of the best guitarists ever. 10 years after, huge 10 years after fan, OMG. Man, you're talking my language. You and me really know that. Got our stuff down. Oh man, 10 years after, outrageous. Alvin Lee is probably, I for the longest part of my life, I always thought Eric Clapton was the best blues player out there. Because he's definitely in the media as one of the best guitarists. Without a doubt, he's great. But if you listen to some Alvin Lee blues, you'll reconsider that thought. Because Alvin Lee, probably one of the best blues guitarists ever to hit the stage. Yeah, we do. We like that. We like the same kind of music. That's for damn sure. A lot of people, when I tell people about 10 years after, they think of the one song, If I Could Change the World, which I'll say is like Canned Heat. I think it's one of their weakest songs in their repertoire. It's a good song. I'd like to change the world by 10 years after. But it doesn't represent the magnitude of 10 years after. 10 years after, Alvin Lee could play the guitar. He could play circles around anybody. You like that music? Just can't tell who does any of it. I'm a huge 60s and 70s blues rock guy. I love all that stuff from back then. Nyuk, 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 nyuk. You were nothing but. Hey Mo.
Yeah, sweet 16. Well, now you
Alvin Lee, absolutely. Big fan. I got a bunch of 10 years after records. One of my favorite, we were just listening to it the other day, 10 years after. My favorite album by 10 years after is Shh. Shh. Have you ever heard of that album? I'll show you. 10 years after. Shh. It's called Shh. 10 years after, full album. Amazing album.
Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus now bundled together. The greatest stories and characters.
This is the land of the vinyl days. I have my uncle gave me this record actually. I'll do a little 10 years after. I believe that's Spoonful. That song is Spoonful. Stoned Woman. That's on Shush, right? Oh, that's right. Yeah, Stoned Woman. We got it. Let's see if we can. There we go. Yeah, that's one of my favorite ones. All right, Triple V. Have fun at the mall in Italia. Ciao, Triple V. Thank you so much for your service. Happy Veterans Day. Oh, you play bass. Oh, sorry. Be well and stimulate that Italian economy over there. We're going to see spikes in the economy in Italy, and Triple V's going to show his face up. He's going to be like, yeah, I went to the mall. Well, good to hear from you. Glad you got the day off. And thank you for your service. I'm a big 10 Years After fan. Alvin Lee is pretty amazing. Who's the bassist for 10 Years After? Oh, the once. No, Alvin Lee passed. Was it Rick Lee, Leo Lyons, Chick Churchill, Marcus Bonfante? Lyons. It was Lyons the bass player. Leo Lyons. There we go. Looks like he's still around. Oh. He's 76. Leo Lyons. Oh man, I could just sit here and talk records all day. I could leave the cardboard world and be happy in a vinyl world. Huge fan of this stuff, this type of music. This is right up my alley. I think I jumped off the wagon. I'm gonna get the copyright banger. So much for staying copyright free. YouTube will be sending me some love messages, some love notes telling me about how I'm trying to lose weight laws.
Because it never has. And I know that's hard to believe, but it's true. Cardio actually burns calories.
Let me think of some of the other albums I like from that time. 60s and stuff. I'm a big ZZ Top guy. I like ZZ Top a lot. ZZ Top really got big in the 80s with, Legs and all that. And if you didn't know this is unneeded trivia question. Billy Gibbons of ZZ Top was Jimi Hendrix's favorite guitarist. Billy Gibbons is also one of the best blues guitarists ever. And, ZZ Top has been around from the 60s. And they're still around. I saw them 3 years ago here in Rochester, New York. They came here with John Fogerty of Creedence Clearwater. Oh, I'll tell you what I just picked up. Along with that Canned Heat album, I picked up an album of Johnny Winter. I don't know if you ever listened to Johnny Winter, the albino. Another great rock and roll guy from the 60s. His brother Edgar Winter had a band. Johnny Winter. Johnny Winter he's a huge blues guy, Texas blues guy. In the 60s, he played all over the place. Yeah, the guy could really lay down some blues. And his you may know this, OMG. His bass player, Tommy Shannon, obviously played for Johnny Winter, one of the best Texas blues rock guys ever. He actually came back in the 80s and played bass for Stevie Ray Vaughan, which to me, I think Stevie Ray Vaughan's one of my top 5 guitarists ever. Stevie Ray Vaughan put blues back on the map in the 80s and really gave the resurgence to the blues in the early 90s and late 80s. Yeah, Stevie, and you got a lot of people know Stevie Ray Vaughan, Pride and Joy. I mean, I grew up listening to Stevie Ray Vaughan on the radio. It's a tragic story of Stevie Ray Vaughan. The dude was so addicted to it all, man. He was a cocaine head. Couldn't produce any records because the cocaine was showing up late. Probably in the depths of the drug-fueled rock and roll life that everybody had, and probably doomed to failure. And he cleaned it up. He cleaned himself up, got himself all right, And he played better sober. He didn't lose that edge. He was still awesome. And then, son of a gun, that he dies in a helicopter accident. It stinks. It's totally sober, and killing it more than ever. And then, unfortunate events, tragic. Yeah, Tommy Shannon played blues for Johnny Winter. He played the bass for Johnny Winter. Hey, Clyde. Yes, thank you to all the veterans, as Clyde's saying. I appreciate it. I was saying it at the top of the show, at the beginning, how freedom isn't free. And if people aren't aware of what the military does, military ensures our ability to be free here in the United States. And we should have more than just one day a year to recognize them. I mean, I know we have Memorial Day for our fallen soldiers, but we wouldn't be able to do this what I do every day. You wouldn't be able to do what you do every day. The United States would not be what it is without our military. They are on the front lines of our freedom. So thank you. Hats off. Major lunchroom accolades to our armed services. I really, that's I'll get into my gripe, like I said earlier. I really think there should be reform for the veterans. One of my things, like, they pull up to a McDonald's drive-through. Everybody should just part the waters and let those people through. They should be on the level of rock stars and movie stars. The people who have served in our military. They should have more. They should have some kind of. They should be in an elite class when they walk around the United States, if they choose that way. A lot of them are humble and wouldn't want that, but. Well, we got 15 to go. 15 to go, and we break some Mosaic. I'm going to give this another half hour, maybe 45 minutes. Might be able to run it up to 2 o'clock. Let's see if we can get this filled. I'm going to send out another tweet. I don't know. It really hasn't helped much, but we'll try it anyways. Got a couple people here. It looks like I show 4 people in the chat right now. No, just updated. It says 6 folks. So thanks, everybody. We had some momentum on this yesterday. I was trying to do it as a chat fill. It didn't happen. So I'm going to try it. We're going to try to keep this going right now. Oh, I think an order just came over. The Sandman puts his hat into the ring. Thank you, Carter. Thank you from the West Coast. The Sandman is here. Thank you so much, Carter. There we go. There's 2 more off the list. We'll get in here and check this out. 2 autos of this Mosaic. This stuff is so sick. It's such a great looking card. I want to pull fire for all of you. I want to get a Joe Burrows 101 for all of you. All 32 spots get a 101. Wouldn't that be great? Appreciate that. So, you football. Hey, Lynette. Hey, guys. So, in public school, we worked this Veterans Day. But this Friday off, which is Diwali. Yeah, that Diwali. It's kind of loopy. I don't know if my kids don't have any remote learning today. They've been running around playing hide and seek all day. That's why the teachers have to work on Veterans Day. Didn't realize that. I figured they had it off like the rest of the students. Well, you'll have Friday off. That's good. That's a good thing. I happy Diwali, everybody. Well, hope you're not working too hard, Lynette. Hope your Wednesday is cruising along. I'll be working tonight. We are ramping up at my work. The holiday season is a great season for anybody who works at a bakery. And we are in ramp up mode for the holidays. Thanksgiving is just around the corner. Although they're expecting one of the weakest sales this year because of the pandemic. Which is hitting locally, actually. New York State COVID map. We've been designated, where I live, we have just gone yellow. We've had a rash of outbreaks in my county here. So they're advising, they just changed it. They just changed us to a yellow. We may have reached into the orange because there is a lot of cases that just popped up here in Western New York. I don't know if it's because we're testing more or what. I mean, I don't know. It's so hard to put your finger on this. But they are now requiring our kids to be in school. They're going to test 20% of the kids. Oh boy, this only happens in New York. This is. I won't go on a rant about that. Here's the COVID map of New York State. So this is hilarious. This only happens in a Democrat run. So sex distribution of positive cases. There's female 49%, male 49%, and unknown. 1% of unknown people have gotten, neither male or female have gotten COVID in New York State. That's kind of sad and hilarious at the same time. Why would they even have that there? What are you gonna do? That I won't blame that on Democrats. That's not totally the Democrats' fault, but they harbor that stuff. I am in Monroe County here in Western New York. So right here is my county, and we've had a bit of a spike lately. Our county just went yellow. Check Rockland. All right. Rockland, is that where you are, OMG? Oh, geez. What did I do? Where did it go? There we go. All right, Rockland. Is that Rockland? Where are you at? You're down here, right? So that's Suffolk, Nassau. There's Kings. Let me see, where? Rockland County. Oh, right there you are. That's where you're at, OMG? So you guys tested today at 3251. I think you guys are red. Looks red to me. Looks a little brownish too. Reddish brown. So you're falling into this one right here. This category here, 15,000 to 1999. Yeah, there has been an outsurge here in New York. I don't understand it with all the precautions everybody's taking. Daily trends. Last 7 days in Rockland. Let's see where you guys. Oh, so you went the 6th. You had persons tested 98 positive. Then you had a dip on the 7th, which the 7th was Saturday. Yeah, Saturday and Sundays. Obviously, you're not going to have as much. Let's see. Let's see Monroe here, where I'm at in Monroe County. Yeah, there's been a spike. There's definitely been a spike in New York. Westchester's been hammered, huh? The COVID-19 is coming up, but I almost think it's the reason why is because they're testing more. They're doing more and more tests. The tests are becoming more and more. I mean, it's like this. You know what? You got to look at it the right way, guys. And this was something that we talked about when I worked when I was a dispatcher. Okay, I used to manage 30. I used to manage 30 trucks at a time. 30 people that drove truck. Okay, and the routes where the drivers drove more, had more road time, and were longer, had more accidents. And it wasn't because he was unsafe. It didn't matter who got put on that route. The accident frequency was up. But they were on the road more. They were driving more. They had less stops. They actually had more road time, so to speak. They had more mileage. The accident per day, or whatever you wanted to call it, we used to measure, the metric, was higher. And I go, that's just logic. It's just logic, all right? So this is how you got to look at it this way. It's not all doom and gloom. The more you test, the more you're going to find. That's all there is to it. I mean, we could have outrageous numbers tomorrow if everybody in the country tested tomorrow. Everybody got tested in the country. Of course, we're at 100% testing. We're going to find every bit that's on there. That's the only way you could do it, and it'll never happen. And I used to get into more. I used to have more flat tires when I drove more. That's way too much logic, and that's really the truth of it. I'm not saying that there isn't an outbreak. There may very well be an outbreak, but you can't get it stuck on the media hype. The more, the more cardboard you open, the more chances you get at a superfractor. The people who open the more cardboard get more superfractors. It's just the way it works. That's the logic behind it. And the more you're on the road, the more chances you're going to be in an accident. The more you test, the more you're going to find. That's my logic towards it. Now, I'm not saying there isn't an outbreak. I'm not denying that. I don't want you to think that, I'm in denial. We're getting hammered. There is an outbreak, but the testing is becoming more and more fluent. They're saying the tests that they have now for the kids, which they're going to be testing 20% of all students in my kids' schools. And they're supposed to be just a swab of they're not going up into the upper brain cavity like most people check for COVID. Supposedly it's just almost like blowing your nose, and they can check for COVID in the children. Which seems great. It doesn't seem so invasive. I had the COVID test that It went up into my upper brain cavity, and then it went back down my throat. I was choking. The I'm not kidding you. The swab that they put up my nose was bigger than this Mosaic box. It was easily almost a foot long. That's why OMG has the best luck. He buys the most. Lynette, you're on to something there. You also can't relate every single death to COVID just because there's a pandemic. Yeah. Shh. As the album of 10 years after, shh. Yeah, that's another thing too. And I feel like the media has run away with that. Is every time there's a death and they had COVID, it's COVID related deaths. Now, it's a very morbid thing, and I hate talking like this, but it's the truth. If not everybody's gonna live forever. I'm not gonna live forever, even though after a bottle of whiskey, I'm pretty damn near invincible. I will say, and I'm pretty sure ready to conquer the world. I'm gonna live forever. But the reality is, we're all not going to live forever. And God bless our seniors. They are they were the heartbeat of the country for years, and now they're done, and their lives are coming to an end. And it's morbid, and I don't like talking about it, but there's going to be something that's going to tip it over the edge. And unfortunately, the COVID is here now. Before the COVID, there was the flu. Before the flu, there's a cold. Before that, there was the stairs. You know what? When you become older and brittle, things are a challenge. It doesn't matter if it's COVID, if it's the stairs, or if it's driving, or shoveling your driveway. And unfortunately, the media, I feel like, has hopped on the COVID train, and every time there's a death, they're saying, they're running it out of control. It's I don't know. It's hard. It's hard for me to get my hands around it. I mean, that's my feeling towards it. I could be wrong. It's just my opinion. I mean, I'm not denying there isn't COVID deaths out there. I just don't see a lot of COVID deaths for young people, which I would think would be a bigger concern. I mean, unless the only reason people die with COVID is if they've got they've already got pre-existing conditions where they weren't doing well to begin with. But that's just me, and I don't want to talk about it anymore because it goes. Everybody's got an opinion towards it, and you take it what you want. I am not a fan of the media. I will say that. I don't watch news. I don't like ABC, CBS, NBC, and I don't like Fox News. I don't like Fox News either because I feel like they sell shock. They want to, in order to get their views, they got to be as shocking as possible, and that isn't what we want in news. We want news. If anybody knows, the abbreviation of news is NEWS, North, East, West, South. That's where when you get the news. You want to know what's going on around you. North, east, west, and south is the news. I want to know what's going on. I don't want any agenda. Just report the facts and call it a day. That's all I want when I see the news. I don't want to see I feel like all the major networks try to move towards an agenda. I'm a fan of cardboard. There we go. Me too, OMG. Let's get this cardboard going. I'm going to send out another tweet here. Let's get some cardboard. All right, here comes another tweet. Tweeter Rooney. Get the tweeters going. We're at the 1:23 Eastern Standard Time. 13 left to go. Did I miss an order? Did an order come over? 13? Yeah, 13's right. Sandman's on 19, so let's get out to the tweeters. 13. We're so much closer than we were yesterday. We are rocking it. Thanks, everybody. I appreciate everybody who's bought in. Let's say thank you, and let's keep it going. I'm gonna try to code some folks in that aren't here. See if we get the beardies in here. So we'll get Dave. I haven't seen anything from All-Star Breaks. He's probably out fixing the world, doing what he's doing. Excuse me. Who else haven't we seen? Who else? I got Gary Brown on here. He hasn't been seen. Brems. He's already in this. Crikey's already in it. Oh, maybe we get Heather in here. Maybe we get the Heat Wave. Heat Wave 316. Oh, crap. Where did my tweet go now? Just lost it. Where do they go if you save a tweet? Where the hell did it go? Oh, there it is. Found it. Let's get Heather in here. Let's get the Heat Wave in here. The Bernecki boys. Boy, I don't know the Bernecki. I wish I knew. I don't think they are in. I don't think they do the Twitter. We'll get Easy Polizzi in here. Maybe he can get the Bernecki boys in here. All right. Got a tweet going out. I got a bunch of folks in there. It's been sent out. We'll see if that pulls any more folks in here to get us over the top. What you have for lunch, buddy?
I had a peanut butter sandwich.
Peanut butter sandwich? With Frito? Oh, yummy. All right, tweets been sent. Let's do this. Yeah, I do like this product. I'm kind of on the borderline football product guy. I'm more of a baseball guy first. I'm definitely a baseball card guy. I love the baseball card arena. And the baseball cards are definitely saturated. Football, though, is a very popular product, and it is growing. The basketball and football, probably one of the fastest growing things out there. I do watch some football, though. I watch enough to be dangerous. My wife and son are big football fans. My wife is a bigger football fan than me. Yeah, Carter's not wrong. Basketball is where the money is. Basketball fastly has become one of the biggest sports in the U.S. Not in the U.S., so to speak, but actually globally. Globally, basketball, the amount of fans watching basketball has grown immensely, and I think a lot has to do with China hopping on when who's the tall Asian fella that was playing basketball? No, was it Oh, geez, I can't remember the dude. He was like 10 foot tall. Yao Ming. There we go. Yao Ming. It was escaping me. Yao Ming. I think he really brought in the Asian market to basketball. And now basketball in China is humongous. I mean, I don't know if, they watch baseball over there in the middle in the that area. Asian Pacific. But basketball is huge. Oh, really? In the U.S., the basketball players had 40% less viewership this year in the U.S. There was a lot of controversy here. You remember when the basketball season started? Do you remember all the controversy with the China deal? China. Say it like Trump. China. We are good friends with China. If you remember, there was the whole thing going on there I don't know if it's still going on in Hong Kong. They were trying to validate their freedom. They were trying to break off from the Chinese leadership, and the basketball players were tweeting. They were pro freedom, and they were told to take the tweets down by the NBA. They were not allowed to say anything against the Chinese government, which is sketchy as all heck. But the NBA was trying to preserve their viewership because of the strong amount of money the Chinese spend on the NBA, and all that revenue that I guess is generated over there. I guess it's humongous. Yeah, I think it was. Who was was a Houston Rockets player? Slipping my mind. James Harden. I think he put up a post about down with the Chinese oppression, and they were told, you need to retract that tweet. Which I wasn't aware of it at the time. When that all went down, I really didn't understand what was going on. But it makes sense now. I mean, they want to follow their money. It's $1 billion business in China. I believe it. And that whole ordeal that went down about tweeting against the Chinese government backed it up 100%. And it was something I was unaware of. I know baseball is big here. Big. I mean, all sports are big in the U.S., but baseball is really big with the Mediterranean area. Down in Cuba, it's huge. It's big in Venezuela. It's big in Puerto Rico. That area, in Florida, that whole southern area, there's a humongous amount of baseball fans. Baseball is life there, actually. And I know it's big in Japan. I know Japanese love baseball too. Oh, good. All right. You get any good ones? But you finished the whole set? No. Not yet.
I finished the box.
It was amazing how many players kept hush-hush about the Chinese freedom when it came to making Chinese dollars. That's what made people here mad. Yeah, that's exactly it. And that was the Rockets GM. Only 2 left, huh? Boy. It wasn't James Harden that said something? Oh, okay. It was the Rockets general manager? Okay. Yeah, I can't remember all the details. I do remember it happening in the Rockets team. Well, I'll tell you what, if you haven't done this, I did this yesterday. Let's go over to the MLB website. I think it said every 24 hours you can vote. Let's do it. Oh, what's this? What do we got here? A Phillies headline. Experts agree on JT. We gathered a roundtable of reporters to discuss where a Real Muto will land in free agency. Let's see where the experts say. I'm going to do the quick thing. Oh, boy. I like the internet before. Commercials. The experts agree Real Muto going to this team. The hot stove season is underway. Where do they think he's going to go? Yankees! No, Charlie Morton. They're saying Charlie Morton's probably going to go to the Yankees. Come on, where's the recap? Real Muto. Where is Real Muto? Oh, man, I would love Real Muto on the Yankees. The Mets look like the next. They're saying, Footer says the Mets look like the next most likely team to have a real shot at him. So there you go. Losing Real Muto to the Mets is every Phillies fan's worst nightmare. Oh, boy, that would suck. So the Mets, looks like Real Muto, the analysts are saying he's probably going to end up on the Mets. Wow, that would suck for the Phillies fans. All right, but they also, on the MLB site, if you go to the home site, we got the vote here. Let's do a little voting. I did it yesterday. Lynette says, that's great. He's still here. I wasn't sure if you were still in chat, Lynette. They're saying the Mets is what I did. I didn't read it all. I imagine if you read it all, you could get more info, but they're saying the Mets most likely will do it. All right, we're going to do some voting here. If you haven't voted, go and vote. We are baseball junkies here, although I'm trying to sell football right now, but right now you can go to until Friday. Are you still working? Go get them, Lynette. I'll be working tonight. I got to go in again tonight, so at 5 p.m. today instead of 4. But I'm going to give this another 20 minutes to try to get this football off. I did send a tweet. It hasn't come back. I haven't seen too much action on it. If I don't get this sold today, I'll come back again tomorrow, same time. I'll do the lunch hour break again. We'll try to get this going. But I'm going to do a little MLB voting right now. Who's the best first baseman? Yesterday I did Voit because I'm a Yankee fan. Today I'm going to go a little different. I'm going to say Freeman. You can't deny Freeman. Although Goldschmidt's pretty dang good. Freeman did have the best batting average. Voit was cracking those homers. How about second base? Got Kevin Biggio, Cano, Cronenworth. Cesar Hernandez, LeMahieu. Boy, it's hard for me. I got to go with LeMahieu. I think LeMahieu is amazing. Shortstop, Mr. Anderson. I'm a big Anderson fan. But Corey Seager really had a great year and a great playoff. Dansby Swanson. Oh, man, I like Tatis. I'm going to go Tatis this time. I got a feeling Tatis is going to win this up because of all the hype. The kids love the Tatis. The cardboard world loves the Tatis. These other people like Jose Iglesias, I didn't realize he was having a good year. David Fletcher, Boogerts, Trey Turner from Washington. Well, they're always solid people. Let's see. Third base, we got Anderson. There's Lynette's favorite rookie of the year, Alec Boehm. Manny Machado, the coolest guy in baseball. There's no one cooler than Manny Machado. Boy, Manny Machado he had an amazing year. I really like Gio, but I like Rendon a lot. Rendon is good, but man, I like Turner. Turner kind of fell off at the end of the year, and he's COVID. He's COVID positive. We'll do this one for Lynette. Let's do Alec Boehm on that boat. The catcher, There's Real Muto. Darno, Sean Murphy, Austin Nola, Will Smith. I'm going to go with Real Muto. I think I did yesterday. I'll do it again. And the DH. Ozuna. My son really liked Ozuna last year. Or this last season. For the outfield, we get to pick 3 people. Yastrzemski, Kyle, Trent Grisham, Mookie Betts, Trout, Soto, Will Myers, Eloy, Brick, J-Ram for third base. I went right over J-Ram. Yeah, you're right. You're not wrong there. J-Ram, I always overlook him because it's the Cleveland. Mostly because Cleveland is the mistake by the lake, and I can't associate them as a good team. But man, they are. J-Ram did have an amazing year. I can't believe Nolan is not on that list. I'm sending my ballot by mail and messing the whole count up. Do it. Where the heck is Arenado? I'm surprised Arenado's not on here. Did he have that bad of a year? I mean, what was his batting average? What was Nolan Arenado stats? Let's see how bad he did. Oof. 253. So 2020, he batted 253. I mean, only 48 games, which is tough. Yeah, well, he did win, what, right? He won what did he win? The Platinum Glove Award? I think they're going off just batting here because they don't show anything about defense. It's all batting averages. Right? What did he win? He won the Silver Glove, or I don't know. There's so many goddamn glove awards. I can't keep track of them. There's platinum, glove, silver, bronze. Ah, gotcha. He won every defensive. All right, for outfield, I'm going to give it to Soto. I like Soto. I'm going to give Kyle Lewis another nod, and I'll give Acuna. Starting pitcher, I like the Biebs a lot this year. And Yu Darvish, he's on my fantasy league. I'll give him one. We'll give Clayton one. Who else shall we go? Garrett Cole, always on there for me. I love Garrett Cole. And Boer. 2 relief pitchers, Nick Anderson, Edwin Diaz, Brad Hand, Holland, Karinchak, Rosenthal. A lot of these people I don't even know the name, but this guy won the Rookie of the Year. Devin Williams. It's from 2014, Rookie of the Year. I know Anderson. I remember the Yankees got beat up by him. And Liam Hendricks, he was good. He had .67 walk hits, innings pitched, a .67, 1.78 ERA. Jake Dykman had 0.42 ERA, but 0 saves. Wow. All right. I'm not a robot. I don't want to receive things. There we go. There's my... Oh, I'm in the U.S. So I'm stuffing the ballots here. Go vote if you haven't. Hey, Charles, we're actually, I'm doing the vote again, but we are trying to do the mosaic here like we did yesterday. I got you on for 4 spots. We've got 13 to go until we fill, Charles. 13 to go. Oh, Don Mattingly wins the National League Manager of the Year. Who won the American League Manager of the Year? They're calling Don Mattingly. That's great. Great news. Yeah, we got. You grabbed some from the website, so thank you, Charles. Appreciate that. Donnie Baseball Manager of the Year. So that's what we're doing. Let's try to. I sent out a couple tweets. We'll see if we can get some more action here. I'm gonna give it. I said 1:30. I'm gonna give it till 2:00. If we don't get this filled today, I will hop on again tomorrow. I'll try to pump it all night. I'll get on tomorrow at lunchtime. That's funny, Carter. Mattingly was a captain obvious choice to take that team from the COVID outbreak to the playoffs with Yamamoto giving up 30 runs. An outing was insane. That was right. You know, what was the more impressive? I forget what team that was. Oh, excuse me. I forget what team they were playing, but they lost to like 30-3 or something like that. And he kept Yamamoto in there, and Yamamoto gave up something like 20 runs, and he just, as a coach, to keep the pitcher in there while he's giving up all those runs. What the hell? And he brought him to the playoffs. He got him to the playoffs. So you got to give it to Mattingly. And who owns the Derek Jeter owns the Marlins, right? That's pretty. It was a pretty amazing run. It was an obvious choice. We kind of knew that. Kind of knew Mattingly was going to get that. You got to let them work through. You got to let them work through there. You know, and I've said this 100 times on here. Don't fall. I think baseball falls to the analytics, and we said that during the World Series. The coach pulling Blake Snell out in the World Series, but I believe, and the analysts believe that lost the World Series. Blake Snell on fire, rocking everybody. They go ahead and pull him. What was it, under 70 pitches? Before he could work, he wasn't even having any issues, and they just pull him. And you know what? You got to let the pitchers work through their issues. You're right. You know. That's what I feel like a lot of coaches do. They got to let the pitchers get there and get out of trouble. If they let up the two, if the pitcher lets up a homer or two or fills the bases, give him a chance to get out of the inning. You know, give him a chance. I mean, there's definitely a limit. You know, and I'm not a coach. You know. This is me doing the armchair coaching. The other coach should win Manager of the Year for the American League. Let me try to figure out who the coach is for the Tampa Bay Rays without Googling it. I have no idea. We were saying his name when he pulled Blake Snell. I can't think of it. The Tampa Bay Rays coach. We were poo-pooing his name when he pulled Blake Snell in the World Series, but yeah, I can see that. I could see him winning Manager of the Year. Tampa Bay was amazing. They had an amazing team this year. Although I got to think a lot had to do with the Arizarena. Arizarena definitely put a lot of numbers up on the board. Yeah, I think we were calling him Domas. And you know what? That's Tampa Bay. I remember watching the games this year, and they say the coaching staff and the management there, they believe wholeheartedly in the analytics. They are totally invested in the analytics. They know they've got a spreadsheet showing who should be in at what inning and what, if something happens, they look at the numbers. They are a numbers first team. They lived by it. And they died by it. So yeah, I'm not gonna Google it, but I can't think of I can't think of that manager's name. I obviously, I don't want Aaron. Last year I thought Aaron Boone should have won it. This year I don't feel that for the American League. I thought Aaron Boone did a good job last year managing through all the injuries in 2019. 2020, they made the playoffs, but it was sloppy. As a Yankees fan, it's tough. It's tough to be a Yankees fan. We want perfection. So what do you guys think of Alex Cora going to the Yankees, huh? I mean, I'm sorry, not to the Yankees. A slip of the tongue there. Alex Cora going to the Red Sox. Speaking of Dusty Baker, Alex Cora. I think Alex Cora was. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I was thinking Alex Cora was the. No, who was the. Oh, my bad. My bad. I got my managers. Who was the? I was thinking Alex Cora was with the Astros. My bad. I got my names mixed up. Alex Cora. Yeah, he did. He took him to the World Series in 2018. Why was I thinking he was with the Astros? Alex Cora. Okay, so he was the bench coach for Houston. That's what I was thinking. He was the bench coach, and that's right. He went down because he was involved in the scandal in 2017. Good to see you, Brems. There you go. It goes to show nobody really got punished. No, I don't think they punished Joe Kelly more than they did the players and the managers. Joe Kelly got more of a punishment than anybody for making a face at the ball player than anybody else. AJ Hinch. Okay, AJ Hinch. Okay, my bad. I guess my baseball knowledge is at fault. Free Joe Kelly. I love that. That whole Joe Kelly instance was amazing. I loved it. I love that. That was my favorite part of 2019 or 2020. There we go. I'm gonna do this.
See
I'll probably
Unfold
get
is
banned.
finally unfolding as the Dodgers face
Free
the
Joe Kelly.
Astros. This one's brought to you by DraftKings. For those of you that don't know the context behind this, the Astros beat the Dodgers in the World Series while they were cheating, so Joe Kelly's on the mound, Bregman's at the plate. It's a 3-run game, and Joe Kelly cannot find the zone. He falls behind 2-0. He's going to fall behind 3-0 here, and now you can kind of see his wheels spinning where he's like, all right, 3 runs. I only need 2 outs. I'm probably just hit this dude. He goes to first. We'll get the double play, or I'll get 2 outs. Okay, yeah, I'll just throw at this dude. Behind his head, 96 miles per hour. Bregman hits the deck. He's scared as hell. He's like, oh, my God, I wish I knew that one was coming. Just shit myself over here. Meanwhile, Joe Kelly's just turning to his infield, like, all right, turn 2, while he's yawning. Then, to make matters even worse, he's just going to try to hit him on the pickoff throw. This is a strategy some pitchers do. Like, all right, I'll scare you there. Now I'm going to fire fastballs right at your rib cage as you slide back. You seeing this? Bregman's like, hey, guys, cardboard cutouts, you guys seeing this? Dude's being a butthead right now. Anyway, he goes back to the batter, and he just doesn't have his fastball. He throws 3 off speed. Funky Monkey makes the play, and now you're going to hear someone yell at Kelly right here. This is pretty fun. Just get on the mound, little fucker. Just get on the mound, little fucker. He's going to get through this guy. Tries to go back to the fastball. Just doesn't have any location on it. So he walks him on 4 straight pitchers. So now with Correa up, he's like, screw the fastball. I can't throw it for a strike. I'll go off speed. Off speed, maybe that's on purpose as well. He's like, hey, I wanted to hit this dude with my fastball, but I got no idea where it's going. Correa's like, dude, that could have hurt me. What's up?
That's a great video.
Inside again, and now he's just going to attack him with the breaking pitch low. Correa's going to strike out. Apparently he said, nice swing, bitch. Oh, then he starts going faces mode. Then he goes, sad boy. Correa's tossing his equipment like he's in a WWE promo. Always, hey, that shit is easy. Fucking easy. Throw your fastball, bitch. Oh, yeah? Yeah, I'll throw my fastball down the middle for you. Yeah. Shut the fuck up. And Kelly's going to walk over here. What? What? Aight? Aight. And that's kind of it. They kind of break it up. Dusty Baker got a little upset. He's protecting his guys for the first time, so shout out Dusty. I mean, Carlos Correa is a grade A weirdo. We all know that, but I think he handled this situation pretty well. Bregman handled it pretty well. And Joe Kelly, it was on purpose. Hey, you knew it was going to happen. It happened. This one was brought to you by DraftKings. Download the DraftKings app. Use promo code JohnBoy. Go grab Joe Kelly if you're on his side. Go grab the Astros if you're on their side. Put them on your squad. Earn some money. That's a great video. Fun. Baseball's back. It's better than ever. What a time.
John Boy Media. I remember this guy.
I jumped up from my couch to my computer, slipped in a nice puddle of my new puppy's piss, ate shit, fell on the ground into the puddle of piss, had to clean myself up before sitting down to record this at 1 a.m.
John Boy, check this out. I like that commentary. That was a pretty good roundup. I'll probably get YouTube slapped on that, but I'm already getting slapped for the canned heat, so whatever. If you haven't seen that, if you didn't hear that video, I don't know if the audio came through on it, but that was a pretty good roundup. Can't throw. That was probably my favorite instance of 2020. That was that whole ordeal turned into a lot more than it should have been. Bregman's looking at the cardboard fans like, hey guys, you see what's going on here? Can I get any cardboard love? You watch, and I'm calling this now, 2021 baseball cards. 2021 baseball cards. Okay, are made out of cardboard. There's going to be cardboard relics of the fans in the cardboard. Yeah, Joe Kelly has a ring now. They're going to put the cardboard in the cardboard. And people are going to buy it expensive. They're going to have the cardboard in the cardboard. I'm calling it now. The cardboard fans are going to show up in baseball cards. I'm sure of it. I wonder what they did with all those cardboard cutouts. They make cardboard relics. I'm going on strike. You know what's going to happen. I got to think they're already thinking of it. If my dumbass thinks of it, somebody at the Topps executive board of directors, whoever, that even the secretary for the Tops organization. Hey, why don't we use the cardboard cutouts in the cardboard? I mean, they gotta be all about it. They can't just be putting jerseys and bats into the cardboard. They're gonna put the cardboard fans. I got one for my son in Philly. You could pick them up or throw it away. I threw mine away. Oh, so you bought one? I know they were selling them. So you bought a picture. So your son was in Lynette. I wasn't aware of that. So you bought a you purchased a cardboard. That ain't bad. $40. Did you ever see it on the big screen? Where was he sitting? Let's try to find him. I never saw it. Oh, dang. That's pretty cool, actually. You know what? We didn't even look into it. They didn't put him in Toronto. I didn't even look into it. Because I'm not used to it. They didn't play at the minor league field here. But if I was closer to a major league field, I would have looked into it. They changed them around. I was telling Dave, I know he works at the Mets Stadium. I'm like, grab a couple of those, dude. I'll drive down the road with one in the passenger seat. That's a funny story, actually. Down in the Washington area, speaking of having a card, that would be pretty cool. Going down the road and you got your cardboard cutouts of yourself sitting next to you in the car. That sparks something in my mind of a story from back when I was I used to be when I used to travel the country abroad. I used to be a project manager at UPS there when I was talking about air freight. I actually roamed the ranks of a project manager for a while, and I did a little bit of time down in Washington, in Maryland, Washington, D.C. Supposedly the cutouts that were in the green monster seats had perks. If a home run hit the cutout, that person got tickets next year or something like that. Wow. That's a pretty cool idea. They're trying to make the best out of it. That's a good idea. So I was doing work down in Washington, D.C., and I was driving around on the I-95, the Washington Beltway, which is a nightmare if you've never been there. And this is 15 years ago. And there was all story. And I've never seen, me growing up in the small town country world where I'm from, they have the HOV lanes there. And you guys might be anybody that lives near a city might be familiar with them that practice it. It's the high occupant vehicles. I think it's HOV. It's called high occupancy vehicle. HOV. I think that's what it's called. So you can only drive in I don't even know if they have them anymore. We don't have them here in Rochester, New York. But you can only drive in the lanes if you have more than one person. They try to encourage carpooling is the idea of these. If you're on the highway, if I remember right, there were diamonds on the road, and you could only drive in that lane if you had somebody else in your car. It's a carpool lane. Okay, you got them, Carter. The carpool lane. They call them HOV. They called them HOV in Washington, and I've never seen that. I was in a rental car driving around on the Beltway, and I had people in the car, and they're like, "Get over in the HOV lane," and I'm like, I was driving, and I had these old geezers like, "Don't you know what's going on?" I'm like, I don't. And they're explaining it to me, and then the story came up. The manager at the facility I was working at, the prior manager, I should say, and that's important, got arrested in the company vehicle for having a mannequin in his car and driving in the HOV lane. He actually had a mannequin from the store that he dressed up, and he put it next to him. And he would drive in the HOV lane. I thought it was one of the funniest things ever. And he got arrested for it. And he lost his job over it. I can't believe it. It's like the funniest thing ever. I go, how could you lose your job over having a mannequin in your car? It doesn't seem harmful at all. Yeah, he got his license revoked and all this, and it was like a big deal because it was fraudulent. It was considered fraud. Like, well, what if he thought it was a real person? What if he was a little crazy? Oh, if you have express lanes also, if you pay a fee, you can use the express lane regardless of the amount of people in the car. I still think it's one of the funniest things ever that, all right, to have the audacity to get a mannequin and then dress it up and then put it in your car is one step of, you gotta be dangling along the line of craziness. You know, you're you're walking that line. But then, what do you tell the cop? Yeah, supposedly he did it for years, and everybody used to tell him not to do it. And I don't know I don't know all the deals. I forget all the details. But I think it's so funny driving around with a mannequin. Like, hey, what do you want for lunch? Oh, nothing. Okay, good. Cheeseburger, sure. And then to lose his job over it, they fired him as he was the manager of the facility, the UPS facility in DC, and he was terminated because of that. Now there might have been more backstory, but I don't know. Some people just throw a hat on the passenger seat headrest. It cracks me up every time just thinking about it. And yeah, we don't have them here in Western New York. I mean, we have highways. We got a bunch of state interstates here. That, they're 8 lanes, 10 lanes at sometimes, but they don't do the HOV here or the carpool lane. Well, it's 2:04 p.m. I think we lost all our traction again. We made it over halfway. I'm gonna let this simmer overnight. I do got to get going around. I've been on here for over 2 hours. Look at the ticker, 2 hours and 12 minutes on the ticker. Well, I appreciate you guys all joining in. We'll get this again tomorrow. If you guys got me on mute, I'll tap this in here. We'll try this again tomorrow. The good thing is today you're locked in. You gave me your money. Thank you for trusting me. We'll try to get this again tomorrow. I'm willing to do anything too. I mean, I got more breaks up on the site. I got some cheaper ones. I put some $10 ones. If you guys want to break something else, I got the $16 3 boxes of contenders again up on the site. Thanks, Carter. I appreciate you hanging out in the chat, and hopefully I didn't bore you out of your mind. I do have some horrible stories, but I do appreciate everybody that jumped in. Lynette, thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks for jumping in. Thanks for stopping by to chat. Thanks for giving us your cardboard knowledge there. Thanks, Dustin. All right, everybody. I'm gonna call it. We'll give it again tomorrow. We'll try it again at the lunchtime again tomorrow. So stay tuned. Maybe we'll get over the edge. All right, everybody. Be well and smell well. We'll catch you later.